Hello and welcome once again to Erin and Drew's movie reviews. As much as I like to, I cannot be hidden when I do this review. My name is Drew.
My name is Erin.
Yes, and I say that because we're going to be talking about ninjas today.
I'm a ninja.
Lots and lots. And even more ninjas. Because there's a lot of... unlike the title implies singular, a ninja assassin, there's actually lots and lots of ninjas in this movie. However, I will clarify that none of them are turtles.
Sadly,
that was a little bit of my disappointment. Curse you, James McTeague. But yeah, the movie we're reviewing today is Ninja Assassin from 2009?
2009, yes.
Okay, well... I thought the third time was the charm, but I guess it was the second time. Long story. But yeah, if any way you see that title and it seems generic, it's because it kind of is. But I will clarify that does not mean that the movie isn't entertaining.
Mm-mm.
All right. Yes.
It's very entertaining.
Yeah.
I liked it.
And very bloody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very bloody.
Ridiculously so.
Ridiculously. The amount of blood that is in this movie had to have been half the budget.
Sure.
Sure.
If it was real.
All CGI blood.
Yeah.
Half the budget.
Oh my goodness. See, this was a reason why I stopped watching Game of Thrones. The blood had like no verisimilitude whatsoever. I'm like, really? No. I poke myself and then a fountain comes out? No, that's just. But,
it's more so when the aftermath and there's no blood on the floor.
That
like,
too.
Come on.
Yeah, it's like not realistic. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself here. But yeah, the movie, the director is named James McTeague. The other big thing he was affiliated with was, he's been with a few things. V for Vendetta. Mm-hmm. And also, I think, the live-action Speed Racer movie. Is that right?
I believe he may have had something to do with that.
Yeah.
I know it's because of the live-action Speed Racer movie that this movie was made.
I'm not necessarily sure that that's a good thing.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with the live-action Speed Racer movie.
Well, no, but I mean, like,
or this movie.
That it was because of this was the result of that, is what I mean. But I actually do like Speed Racer quite a bit. But I think the movie is a little underrated. Not a lot. Just a little.
I would agree.
Yeah, because it's just kind of...
We may have to talk about Speed Racer.
May have to someday. But yeah, it's a James McTeague movie. Someone else familiar. Oh, J. Michael Straczynski was one of the screenwriters of this.
Yes.
If you don't know that name, he was the creator of the TV show Babylon 5. Mm-hmm. And he was a writer on the Spider-Man comics for about 5 or 6 years, The Amazing Spider-Man.
Nice.
So, which was... I read a lot of that, and it's very, very, very good. Except for maybe one storyline, but that was kind of dumb. But
only one? In how many years?
Well, he had a pretty good track record. I'll say, but that one story is just really, really stupid. But anyway, well, it's for another show.
Yeah.
But Ninja Assassin, yeah, it is pretty much what the name implies. It's almost kind of like if you've ever seen the TV show Kung Fu with David Carradine from the 70s, this is kind of like a darker version.
Or the remake on the CW. They're remaking it now.
I don't even want to get into that.
I haven't seen it yet.
Let me ask you this. Are they remaking it with a female lead?
Yes, they are.
Of course. That's for another show also. But anyway, where is it going? Oh, Kung Fu.
I don't know.
Yeah, this movie is kind of like a movie version of Kung Fu, but it's much more dark. Because in the Kung Fu TV show, Kane kind of wanders through the Old West, and he's subjected to a lot of racist things, and then he would have there would be these little intercut sections of the show where it would be flashbacks to when he was a kid growing up, and like he was being taught things by the grasshopper. You must do this in life. Mm-hmm. You must walk through this. When you can snatch the pebble from my hand, then it is time to leave the temple. That kind of thing. And that's kind of how this movie goes too. Is like this assassin. There's flashbacks to when he was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
He was in. Would you call it like an orphanage or an orphanage that also happens to train ninjas?
In a way, it was like an orphanage, except that I think it was more implied that they bought the children that were orphans to use in their clan as assassins.
Yeah.
Like, it was their main goal is to earn money by killing foreign leaders.
Yeah. Their goal was not to snatch the pebble from the master's hand. Or
Their
marble.
goal was to feel nothing inside.
Yeah, every time they screwed up, like they got, like they were trying to get the kids to like walk silently, like ninjas are supposed to do. When they made a noise, basically they whipped their feet or injured them, or because weakness pain breeds weakness, or I forgot his mantra how it goes, but pain. You're supposed to be able to overcome pain, so they put them in pain a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any mistakes are carved out of the flesh.
Literally carved out of the flesh. But yeah, and then like that, he was trying to walk silently, and he made a noise, and then his feet got whipped or slashed or something, and then his feet are all kind of messed up, and one of the other members actually puts like, I don't know if it's
like a salve
or something to kind of help them the feet heal a little faster. And they were teaching them, like any ninja movie you've ever seen where they have a ninja school, that's pretty much what they're doing here. Except maybe there's more blood.
Lots more blood.
Lots more blood. So they kind of intercut the main character's upbringing at this ninja school with like modern day things that he's doing, and the movie actually kind of starts off a lot like a Marvel movie in a weird way.
To me, I get this mixed up a lot with the first G.I. Joe movie.
Oh, okay.
And
you're gonna have to explain that to me because I haven't seen that one.
Oh no. Okay. So okay. There's a character.
Did I mention Snake Eyes didn't do very well?
I'm upset because I liked Snake Eyes.
Oh, okay. See that
The only problem is that it doesn't match what everybody thinks the storyline of Snake Eyes is, and also they gave him a speaking role. Why? Snake Eyes doesn't talk.
Well, see, here, the thing with G.I. Joe, like when I was a kid, the cartoon was kind of a big deal. Like, be an American hero. And I could never figure out, you have this unit with all this top grade military hardware, and yet no one in the show ever dies.
Yeah.
And they have,
it's called the 80s.
And much like
dies.
stormtroopers, they have terrible aim because no one ever gets hit. Right? Okay, so
it was for kids. So
anyway,
violence, but nobody dies.
But 80s kids violence, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but anyway, Ninja Assassin. It's
basically G.I. Joe.
Kind of. But yeah, it opens up very much like a Marvel movie where he makes this hit on, I guess he's supposed to be some gangster wannabe type who's getting a
part of the Yakuza.
Yeah, getting a tattoo of something on his back. I couldn't tell because
Buddha?
I couldn't tell because
Jolly Man.
Blood. Lots of blood. I've witnessed tattooing, and I've never seen that much blood in a tattoo session, ever.
It's probably because it was the old ancient way of tattooing. Knock.
I guess so. It looks like he was trying to carve out Michelangelo's David or something. I don't know. But yeah, he had him and his compatriots met a horrible demise, and actually, like, ooh, this gore in this movie is going to be creative, because that's when it's at its best, is when it's creative. But after that, it kind of, I don't know, not to put too much of a pun on it, but it was reached its saturation point.
Oh God.
I mean, it's like after a certain point, it's like how much more can you do, and you can't really. It just it stops being.
There's too much blood now.
Yeah,
we
it's
need to dial it back.
It's overdone. So, kind of like the movie Airplane. You served under Unger, and Unger was underdone. Yeah. But.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So yeah, and then there's this outfit called, conveniently, called Europol. Mm-hmm. Because they can't, I'm assuming for legal reasons, they can't use Interpol.
Interpol?
So they use Europol.
Yeah.
And I'm just guessing this movie is supposed to take place in Germany?
Yes.
But
they were in Berlin.
But no one in the movie speaks with a German accent?
No.
Or did I miss that?
Why would they? I mean, that one guy kind of did.
Oh, the compatriot of Naomi Harris? Yeah. That's another thing. Naomi Harris is in this movie also, who was probably more well known for being the new Moneypenny in the Daniel Craig James Bond films. Sho Kosugi is in this too. Mm-hmm. He was in a movie I liked much better called Revenge of the Ninja. He was like in the 80s. He was like in every like B-grade ninja movie made by Canon Films, pretty much.
Nice.
So yeah, Revenge of the Ninja that's another entertaining film. I don't want to say it's necessarily a good film, but it's a very entertaining movie. And there's no CGI in it at all. It's like all real stunts, and it's just 80s crazy. But hey, when you can spit out like a straw full of like ninja stars and like they're all over some dude's face, that's pretty awesome.
A straw full of ninja stars.
I think it was a straw, or maybe he just had them all in his mouth. I don't know, but you have to see.
Ninja stars are.
That's how crazy that movie is.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll add it to the list.
I don't want to put logic into this.
No, because it's not necessary.
No logic
Why bother?
Needed.
That's like where these movies are concerned. Entertainment wins over logic every time. I would say.
Yeah.
Or non-entertainment, if you prefer. But yeah, Naomi Harris and this other dude, I forget his name, are part of this Europol, and they're kind of tracking the assassin's movements because he's involved in all these little knockoffs. Mm-hmm. And eventually she figures out, or leads him to where the next hit, I guess, is supposed to take place or something. Or is that at her apartment? I forget now.
She is trying to figure out the ninjas because nobody believes that they exist because ninjas, they don't.
Like, ha ha ha!
Ninjas,
no, they're not real.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
But she found information from a former Russian KGB agent that had tracked one of them down. And so she found this information and therefore became their next target.
Mm.
Because nobody can know about the ninjas.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, and so yeah, they come to get her, and then this what's the guy's? I don't even know the guy's name.
Rizzo? Or do you want his real name?
The good guy.
Rizzo.
Okay.
Rizzo.
That part passed me by.
Played by Rain.
Yeah, sure.
You have no idea.
No, I really don't.
It's probably for the best.
But yeah, he kind of comes to save the day, supposedly, and then they kind of have a little partnership going on because he's kind of trying to keep her out of like dirty business. Mm-hmm. And
he's trying to save her life.
Yeah,
because he couldn't save the one that he loved before.
Right. That's another thing about his past is that he lost a ex-girlfriend to.
They weren't dating. There was just another ninja.
It was kind of more of a...
But she was, like,
an
nice
unspoken
and
thing. Yeah.
Things, yeah.
And it wasn't really... not unrequited, but just kind of an unspoken bond kind of thing. And he felt really bad about that.
And she definitely would have survived if he went with her. But he didn't. He felt guilty.
Well, and he regretted it, so... Mm-hmm. But, yeah, now kind of she's in the soup, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And then eventually she arranges a meetup with her organization, which turns out to go
not well.
Not well, because
Not
he ends
well.
up getting caught because they think he's the bad guy, which he kind of is, sort of.
From a certain perspective,
From
yes.
a certain point of view.
He's not a very good guy.
No.
So bad
But
guy,
if you
somebody.
think he's bad, woohoo! Wait till you
Gonna
see
be a bad guy.
the rest of the rest of them. Oh my goodness.
Never mind.
Yeah. And then, you keep. It's almost kind of like Pulp Fiction, where you keep getting intercuts of his past, and you see like his first attempt to knock off somebody, and it's not a real smooth
No, not really.
operation, because he's supposed to steal some gangster's watch
Mm-hmm.
and then
Like,
do away
kill-
with
kill
him.
this
It took him.
big dude,
It wasn't
Get
slick.
the wash.
Like it wasn't like wah and he's dead. It took him like he had to like.
It was
I'm trying to think of a more clumsy fight than this, and there's been quite a few of them
yeah, but
in other films.
for a ninja fight.
For a ninja fight, it was pretty
real,
clunky.
real bad.
Yeah, but then he eventually succeeds, and then he says,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh yeah, just keep the watch as a souvenir, as a reminder of your first."
Just like
Your-
your first kill.
your first
and how
kill or
badly
something
it
like
went.
Yeah, but that's where he kind of begins his little rebellion, and is like, "Yeah, I'm not doing this anymore."
Mm-hmm.
And then he's kind of off the grid ever since until this particular incident. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then when he's recovering from another ninja battle, there's a lot of them in this movie.
There's a lot of them.
She
They all
kind
needed
of
better soundtracks, though. I swear. Just put on Rainism.
you can only do so much techno in a ninja film, I think. Can't you?
No.
No. I mean,
Needs more techno.
well,
I'm sorry.
And then it turns into a Matrix movie, pretty much, which is kind of like
It was
what this
produced
was.
by the Wachowskis.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's
It basically isn't a Matrix movie.
And and then he gets kidnapped while she's out on like a midnight stroll, I guess.
I think she
Get some
went to
fresh
go
air.
get rations or more bandages or something like that.
Yeah, because they were quick. They came and got him, and
They were already in the shadows. Come on.
Yeah, and they were gone. Mm-hmm. And surprise, surprise, guess who shows up? His old master. Mm-hmm. And says, "Boy, you've disappointed me there, son." Even though he's not really his son, but
Everybody was their son.
Yeah,
His son
he
and
thinks
her
of
daughter.
all his students as his sons or his daughters or whatever. So, but then they were going to do away with him. But during his little torture sequence, they found out he had a little
Tracking device.
device in him. So then the cavalry shows up and
It's almost like he was planted in that hotel room so that they could find the dojo.
Okay, and this is, I mean, the movie was already pretty much over the top, but this is where,
When the movie gets over the top, add fire.
this is where the movie lost me, because there's the final confrontation, of course. Well, there's a couple of them. There's like, he gets kind of rematched with the guy who killed his lady friend at the school.
Storm Shadow. I mean, Takeshi. It's basically it's the same movie. This would have been better if it was a G.I. Joe movie.
Well,
I'm just saying.
But yeah, so he gets reunited with him, and then he's victorious, and then he gets reunited with the old master guy. And that's where I go, because it basically turns into a Mortal Kombat. It's like, okay, so he can like teleport now, and he turns into the Flash. And
He's got ninja magic.
I'm like, where did this come from? Did I miss something? Was there a power-up in the video game that gave him the ability to move fast like that?
I don't know.
I'm like,
Ninja magic.
where did
He
it-
had the healing ability, so he might as well have everything else that you would associate with the
'cause
mystical
even
ninja.
Batman can't do that.
Batman's not a ninja.
Really?
No, he's
Really?
just a rich guy with a lot of gadgets.
I don't know about that. But he hides in the shadows a lot, just saying. And so do ninjas. But yeah, I thought, like, man, what is this? And like, okay, we're back to Mortal Kombat again. I thought that movie came out a couple months ago. But, and yeah, he somehow wins. That's all I can say. And then woohoo. There you go.
Ninja magic.
Ninja magic. Tie a magic bow around the movie. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, and Naomi Harris almost died, but somehow lives.
Yeah, she lives because of the little thing that they dropped in the very beginning of the movie about the tattoo artist having his heart on the wrong side of his body, like all of his internal organs are flipped. So they mentioned that in the beginning. So it's like, maybe that might be important, but then they go the entire movie without it. But that's what saved her.
So all of her organs were on the wrong side?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
That just seems like such a silly...
Because ninjas go for the heart, and if your body is flipped, they won't hit you and kill you. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
No. No, it doesn't make sense.
It's just here to entertain you
I could
with
handle
fighting
that.
and blood.
I could handle that, sort of, I guess. Well, I don't know.
Fighting and blood and rain.
Yes.
It's the only reason I watch this movie anymore.
Yeah.
I love the line.
Or raining blood.
I love the line that the one guy says that the guy looks like he belongs in a boy band, because he was. He was in a boy band. And then he went solo. And he still sings.
Is that where all their careers started to go downhill? That's usually what happens with solo acts.
No.
No?
No, it did not.
Oh.
Not at all.
Okay. All right, well...
He's one of the kings of K-pop, so...
I'll believe you.
Yeah.
It's time to rate this thing, I guess. So, Erin, what grade do you give Ninja Assassin?
For the storyline, of which there may be some, I would give it like if it's a story. The plot's okay. It's not the best. I give it like a C, but for Rain, I'll give it to B.
Okay, that's well.
Which is really funny, but you won't understand why.
No, probably not. Yeah, I'm not going to give them any benefits of the doubt on this one. Usually I do, but it just lacked too much unbelievability for me, you know? If they laid off the blood and the CGI, I probably would have bought into it more. But yeah, it was ridiculous. The blood was ridiculous.
The ninjas pooping in the smoke, that didn't do it for you?
No.
It was the amount of blood. Got it.
Yeah, and then it turned into a Mortal Kombat game, and it's just... What? Where did this come from? So, but it was entertaining.
Good things. I don't understand.
It was mildly entertaining enough, but I'm gonna give it a C. It's pretty average for me. So, okay. Any other ninja stars you want to lob out there?
No.
No, I don't have anything to.
Listen to Rainism. It's a great song.
Sure.
Do it.
Do it. We can't play it here because
know.
Copyrights and things like that. But anyway, that is our look at Ninja Assassin, or our not look, because you're not supposed to see them. But anyway. We'll be here all week. Oh, if you'd be so kind, we do have a little like button down there. If you're watching this on YouTube, on our screen, if you'd like to click that, we'd appreciate it. Mm-hmm. So until next time, I'm Drew.
I'm Erin.
And we'll see ya, or we won't see you next time.
You can't see me.
Cable television is the swellest thing they got.